Yo, what is good? Give me 1 second here. Let me check to make sure audio and everything's all good. Nah, let's get this bitch started, huh? Let's see here. Uh, Everyone hear me? Is everything all good? Checking, checking, 1, 2, checking. All right, cool. Just making sure because my system's being a little weird. It's not showing shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if this shit's live or not, but I can hear myself, so I'm assuming we live, right? What's up, D Floyd? What's up, Cyber Dragon? Yeah, man, we in here. So, what's good? I'll get into gaming in here in a second, man. It's just so I've been dealing with coronavirus just like the rest of y'all, right? Been off this whole week. Now, what's weird about my job is that I'm off 1 week and then I come into work the next week and then I'm off the week after that and then I come into work again and then I'm off the week after that, right? Which is weird because my job, I usually have to deal with people in front of me. And now that we're in this situation, I can't. So mainly it's just working in the office. And it's weird because there's like rules and regulations I gotta follow. I can't just, show up for work. I gotta show up. They gotta clean me the correct way. I gotta sign in correctly and shit. It's fucking wild. I'm getting to that, Arsenic. I've actually been playing it a lot. I just haven't been streaming it. I actually finished the whole first map already. I'm actually gonna stream it after this fucking podcast. This podcast will probably be an hour long, probably. I'll probably start streaming it around 10:30 ish. Um, I've been playing it a lot, man. I like it. It's just sometimes I just don't feel like streaming it, man. It's not because it's not fun streaming it. It's just certain things I don't think it's fun for y'all to watch. You know what I mean? Like me farming for stuff or grinding shit just to grind. You feel me? I don't care to do that. So you know what I'm saying? So like certain things I just don't stream. But now I'm in a new map. I'll probably stream that here in a little bit. But yeah, that's where Neo's been. I've been playing it. It's just I haven't been streaming it. Yeah, my bad, man. It's just you know what I mean. Like for instance, like most of the missions on the map, it don't really attain to nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like most of the mission of the map are just whatever missions. You know what I mean? That you just use that to upgrade. You know what I'm saying? All that. So that's what I was doing. Ain't nothing. The only thing that I wish I could have streamed was like finishing the map. Because when you go to the new map, you get to meet young Nobunaga, which kind of fucked me up because I killed him in the first game. You know what I'm saying? This is the prequel, so you see young Nobunaga in the first game. He a grown man with a demon wife already, and you meet both him and his demon wife in the first game in this game now. So it's kind of trippy. So I wish I could have just streamed that part. But besides from that, y'all don't really miss nothing. And I'll be start streaming this map tonight, so y'all be seeing that shit. But anyway, yeah, man, coronavirus shit got me fucked up. I don't have it. I'm just saying it fucked up my lifestyle. But be honest with you, like the the compromises we've made, and when I say we, I'm talking about America. I don't really know what other countries are dealing with. Prayers out to all of y'all, but you know what I'm saying? What's up, Stardust? I'm just saying though, you know what I mean? I don't really know what y'all have to do deal with out there in other countries, but in America, just the stuff that we have to give up, it's nothing. Like it's not that bad. You know what I mean? Like during the time of crisis, motherfucker flip out over everything. Y'all seen on Twitter, like y'all seen like this one white dude holding up a cardboard sign saying Chinese people don't stop eating whatever moves or whatever. Like, and me, I'm not Chinese, but I'm from Vietnam, and people from Vietnam be eating shit from random places too. And all I can tell you is, how about you mind your motherfucking business, white boy? Like real talk, like you grow up in America, bitch. Like what the fuck? Like your food came from a grocery store, it's pre-cut, pre-killed, all that shit for you, and that's all you have to deal with. How about you live your pampered ass life and let people deal with their problems? How about that, huh? I'm not trying to be rude or like I'm not ranting or nothing. I'm just saying like I know we scared, but calm your ass down, all right? You know what I'm saying? I can't stand China too. Not Chinese people. I can't stand China too. But can we make some sense out of it? The fuck do you think, white boy? Like really, white boy? You got the solutions to their problem to this 1,000-year-old country? You feel me? This thousands of years old. Like they've been around forever before this country that I live in even existed. Before a fucking idea that this country even existed. China's been around. Now say what you will about them, but you know what I mean? Like if you talking about food, motherfucker, white boy, you the last person to ever say anyone to anything anything to anyone. You feel me? Like, no, you grew up in the States. I know how good y'all have it because I live here too. You know what I'm saying? I know how good we have it. The stuff we have to deal with is nothing. You know what I mean? You can't just go to the grocery store because you hungry. Like that's nothing. That's normal shit everywhere else in the world. You want to tell Chinese people not to eat whatever they eat, and you don't have to tell African people, South American people, fucking Eastern European people the same shit because everyone eat weird shit wherever they live. Y'all know Caribbeans people eat iguanas. It's actually one of their main food source because I mean they live on islands and shit and they can't really, have cattle and whatnot. So it's a big source of protein for them. And I've eaten before because I know Caribbean motherfuckers. And I just want to tell y'all that iguana curry is fucking droll. And I don't, trip over that kind of stuff. I'm just saying, like, dog, like, mind your business. You don't really, you know what I'm saying? Who the fuck you think you are, white boy? Like, what do you, how you want them to live then, huh? Like, you want them to be born in a country that's already been established after 200-300 years of enslaving people? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, to have the infrastructure your country does, huh? I mean, do you want the rest of the world to do it like us and cut down hundreds and hundreds acres of woodland to create fucking areas to farm food? Not for us. I don't know if y'all know this, but when y'all drive down the countryside, y'all see all that corn and all that stuff. That's not for us. That's for the animal that we eat. Eat that. The stuff that you see growing on the side of the road when you go on a road trip or some shit. That's for the food that we eat. Our cattle and sheep eat that stuff, and then we eat the cattle. We destroyed thousands and thousands of acres of American land, so, you know what I'm saying, to do that. And the rest of the world, they still eat stuff from the wild. That's just how it works. Not damage controlling shit, that's just the way it works, you know what I mean? So I understand a lot of us is fearful because we live in the States and we have it good for so long, we don't know what it feels like when some of our freedoms get taken away. You know what I mean? You know how I could tell? There's a fucking shortage of paper for toilet paper, bro. Toilet paper. How much do y'all shit? I don't know about y'all, but I usually have about, a couple of bags worth of toilet paper in the crib. You know what I'm saying? And that's just normal. Whenever I go, groceries, not even grocery shopping, because I don't buy, like, I buy household items once probably every few months, because I just go out, buy a whole grip of those, and just keep it at the crib. I still got like 2-3 bags of toilet paper now. I didn't go out to the store and buy none. I didn't buy extra, none of that. You know why? I don't shit that much. Once or twice a day at the most. Like, what the fuck y'all doing out here? Y'all can't tell me you're not scared. Just buying up toilet paper for no reason. Real shit, if this issue, like, lasts longer than what we expected, toilet paper is the least of your motherfucking problems. Alright? We expect this shit to be gone in a few months, and hopefully it is. Hopefully by late July, August. You know what I'm saying? September. Hopefully it'll all be out the way. You know what I'm saying? But if it's not, then we have more problems to deal with than fucking toilet paper. How much are y'all shitting right now? Did y'all, like, the quantity of shit, like, tripled when coronavirus? Is that one of the symptoms? You know what I'm saying? All I'm asking y'all is to, to take care of yourself, but relax. Alright? It's not that serious. Take care of yourselves because it is a disease going on out there. It could be that, Floyd. I mean, they've been saying that it's not a fucking blizzard, it's a winter. So you gotta, sit through the long haul of it, which is fine. You know what I mean? Even if it is 9 months, have some wits about you. You know what I mean? Like when I first heard about this, I was tripping because no one else is tripping. And now that everyone is tripping, they're tripping about the wrong reason. I'm like, what the fuck is the matter with y'all? But anyways, I'm just, just saying, as far as the whole Corona shit is concerned. Let's switch gears. Let's actually talk about shit that we hear about. Because we gamers, we here to talk about gaming shit, right? I haven't done podcasts in a while. You know why? Ain't shit to talk about. It does, bruh. It sucks, but it could be a lot worse. This could be normal life. I don't know if motherfuckers understand this shit. This could be normal life. Y'all know a lot of people live like this, right? Normally. I mean, if we have to deal with losing some of our freedom for about a year or so for our own safety, I mean, it is what it is. You feel me? But anyways, so I didn't talk about much since probably the last podcast and the one before that. The reason why I haven't been around to do podcasts is because fuck am I gonna talk about? What's up, Void? Recently, right? Recently we got a lot more information as far as the PS5 and the Xbox uh, series, right? But before that, we didn't really have much, so I didn't want to talk about it. I'm not gonna come up here and speculate with y'all on shit that I don't care about, which is, the power of each console. I don't really give a fuck about neither one. Let's keep it 1,000, all right? Whether you're an Xbox dude or a PlayStation dude, you didn't have to see these numbers to buy the fucking console that you was already gonna buy. You feel me? Like if you was already gonna buy an Xbox, they could have came out and told you that shit was only 6 teraflop and you would have bought it. Likewise with PlayStation, they could have came out and told PlayStation motherfuckers that this shit's only 9 point something teraflops and the SSD is just your average SSD. Motherfuckers still cop that. And the thing is, it's not so much about the power because realistically, th- those numbers on those papers don't mean a damn thing to any one of us. I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about all of us. Don't none of us give a fuck about those numbers. Me personally, when I see the breakdown of the spec sheets, you know what I see? Just a bunch of random numbers and letters. That's all I see. Because I don't understand that shit. You feel me? I don't understand none of it. I'm not gonna pretend like I do either. I'm not gonna sit out here tell y'all, oh yeah, it does this and that. No, I don't fucking know, man. And really, most of us don't. Even the people who know more than I do don't really know. And when I say people who know more than I do, I mean people who are technologically inclined, as in they understand how these systems operate well enough to even speak about it. But really, they don't know. You know how I know they don't know? You know how I know they don't know? If they knew, right? If they knew, they wouldn't be talking about it the way they're talking about it right now. I mean, have y'all seen stuff recently on like just on social media and shit about gaming and stuff when it comes to these consoles? You have PlayStation dudes acting like it's not 10 teraflops. It's like supposed to be something bigger than that because of the SSD. And it is what it is. The PlayStation is 10 something teraflops. And me, I'm more than happy with that because I was expecting 9.2. I would have been fine with it. I was hoping for 9.2. I'm not really tripping about that. When it comes to the Xbox, why are Xbox dudes still upset? I mean, it's the strongest. What up, Jackknife? I mean, it's the strongest console already. Like, what more do you want? Aren't you happy at this point? And PlayStation dudes, like, low key. I mean, I've seen, I've seen PlayStation dudes very upset about it too. Like, not very upset about it, but like trying to like make that the numbers better than what they are. They are what they are already. Like, and I'm good with it. I'm more than good with it, right? I'm more than good with 10 point whatever. I don't even know what it is. That's how much I don't care. I don't know the exact number. 10.2, 10.3, 10 point something like that, right? I don't know. I don't even know. I know the Xbox is 12 something. I don't even know what it is 12 exactly. Is it exactly 12? What does any of that do for any of y'all, man? I made this joke on the round table, but I meant that shit. Y'all ever watch anime or y'all watch like a movie, like a foreign movie? It's dubbed, well, or subbed, right? But like like a certain portion of that movie or that anime or whatever, they zoom in on like a letter or a scroll of some kind that's like really important. You know it's important because they zoomed in on it. It was like a big plot twist or like a big reveal or something, right? And you sitting back like, I can't read that shit. I don't understand what it's saying. Like in an anime where it's subbed or dubbed, but they don't sub the letter or the scroll that the main character's reading. They just like zoom in on it because the anime is originally made for a Japanese audience, even though it's loved worldwide. But but you know, it's built for Japanese audience in the first place. They use Japanese words, so when they zoom in on like a scroll or something full of Japanese letters, and the main character's like, oh no, right? And I'm just like, oh no, what, motherfucker? I can't read this shit, right? What does this mean? What does it mean? Who's a bitch? Like, you know what I'm saying? Who's the bitch? Like, I don't know. Like, what's happening, right? That's the same way I feel when I look at a spec sheet. I just looked at it, I'm like, I don't understand none of this. What does this it means? You know what I'm saying? It's the same shit for me. I don't understand the shit. I mean, arsenic. I don't understand the tech to be even to talk about it. You feel me? I don't know how to even talk about it. But here's what I do know. I do know the last thing I'm concerned about is backward compatibility. I could tell you that much. You know why I don't give a fuck about backward compatibility for the next generation? Is because I'm playing this generation now. I hit my table. I hope y'all didn't hear that. I hope the microphone didn't pick that up, but I kind of, you know what I'm saying, put my hands on the table real quick. But you know what I'm saying? I'm playing like this generation's games right now in this motherfucking generation. I'm playing Neo right now. Y'all, yeah, Neo 2, I'm playing that right now. I'm streaming it later tonight. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not tripping about backward compatibility for next generation because I'm in this generation right motherfucking now. You feel me? I'm in this generation right now playing these games right the fuck now. Why are you looking towards next generation for this generation's games? I don't understand it. When you look towards next generation, aren't you looking towards the future of gaming? Isn't that what it's for? The future of gaming is not backward compatibility. That's fucking ridiculous. That doesn't make any sense. You feel me? Why would you look towards the next generation to talk about backward compatibility? I have a PlayStation 4 right now. I could play games of this generation right now, right now. It's on. Neo is on right now on my screen. Why am I talking about next gen? And the only thing I will say about the PS5 reveal is that I didn't expect that reveal. I will thrash 10 push-ups because of that reveal. I didn't think they was gonna show it that early. And low key, I don't think Sony was knew they was gonna reveal it that early. I'm not saying that Mark Cerny isn't competent at what he do, because he's more than competent at what he do. The only problem is he is terrible at telling you what he is able to do or what he's made. The man's super boring. And to be really real with y'all, I didn't even tune into the PS5 spec review. I didn't. You know why? Because I don't fucking understand it. I already told y'all, like, the spec sheet is like a fucking anime episode where they zoom in on a fucking scroll of Japanese words and I can't understand it. You know what I'm saying? If I can't understand that, what makes you think I want to sit through this man speak Japanese to me? Because that's basically what it is. He's speaking Japanese to me. I don't understand what the fuck this man is saying at all. At all. You feel me, Stardust? I don't understand what the fuck this man is saying at all, man. Why would I even tune in? I'll take the clip notes from y'all. You feel me? Yeah, arsenic. That's me. I don't know enough about tech to even talk about it, and I don't know enough about tech to even give a fuck about it. To be honest with you, that spec review, all it shows me is what developers are going to be working with. Now, I'm not trying to downplay power like none of it matters at all, because power matters enough, but not in correlation with one another. You understand what I mean? What I mean by that is power matters from one generation to another generation. Like if they come out and tell us the spec of the PS5 and it's barely better, I'm talking about barely better than the PS4 Pro, you're gonna be like, what the fuck am I moving to the PS5 for when it's like, I don't even know, a teraflop or two stronger than the PS4? Like, what am I even doing that for? You feel me? It has to be a worthwhile transition. It has to be stronger than the shit I'm on. So much stronger that I'm like, okay, I see why we need to take the next step because what we on ain't doing it no more. You feel me? That's where the power matters. How much of the PS5 is worth the PS5? You know what I mean? Do I need to upgrade to the PS5 or would a PS4 do just fine? If a PS4 do just fine, why the fuck do I need to move on? That's why power matters. Hey, I mean, that's why I didn't tune in. Floyd, I ain't trying to sit there and feel dumb for fucking 30 minutes to an hour. You know what I'm saying? I don't need that in my life. I don't need this creepy ass white dude to make me feel dumber than I already feel, man. Like, you know what I mean? I don't need that shit. So I didn't tune in. All I know is it's roughly 10 point something teraflops. The SSD is supposed to be stupid fast, and that's it. What that means to me is games will be loaded quicker. That's basically all I can understand at the moment. Just like the spec reveal for the PlayStation 4 back in the day, I don't understand it. All I know is Horizon looks and play nice. You know what I'm saying? All I know was Bloodborne was everything I wanted it to be, except maybe a little bit better on frames because some part of the games, man, when you go on up against certain bosses, frames do be fucking up. So that's the only thing I would hope for. Bloodborne at fucking 60 frames. And low key, like, I don't know if I'm gonna go back and play Bloodborne again on the PS5 once it does hit that. I'm not sure if I will. I might. I don't know. It depends on what PS5 games are like. I'll be too busy playing those. If I mean, you know what I mean. I mean, Stardust. I'm not gonna pretend like I know some stuff that I don't. You feel me? So when I tuned in, I feel like I'll just be more confused. You know what I'm saying? The stuff that he says should be obvious to people who knows well enough. You know what I mean? It's just not for me. Even little things like even the little things like the backward compatibility stuff when they was talking about 100 games. So what they were saying is practically every PlayStation game is going to be available, like 4,000 or something like that. But they're going to pick 100 games first to make sure they could boost it, from what I understand. And all that sound well and good to motherfuckers who needed to this gen to be boosted on next gen to play them. I mean, I'm well and good playing them right now. More than capable, like more than fine with playing this generation games this generation. That's why I have this generation console to play this generation games. I don't know why you know what I'm saying? I don't know why we going towards next generation talking about this generation games. Y'all ain't playing this generation games. Is it not good enough for y'all? Y'all gotta wait until next generation to for the technology to improve that. Have you ever thought about maybe buying a PC for that? Because that's what PC is for. You know what I mean? I always find it funny that when motherfuckers talk about power on a console and then get mad at PC dudes for joining the conversation. Why would you get mad at them for joining your conversation when you talking power and shit? That's their language. You speak in their language, so they trying to converse with you. I mean, if you don't want to talk power with PC motherfuckers, how about you don't talk power? Because that's their language, cuz they know power. That's what they about. That's what they talk about. Like, listen to PC dudes talk. They don't talk about, oh, I can't wait for this game to come out. They can't wait for chips to come out. They can't. It's not the same shit. And the pride they have in putting a PC together is nothing else, man. And I'm not even hating on them. I understand that pride. I don't have that for PC building, but I have that pride for other stuff, my other hobbies and shit that requires you to build something up. I get it. You know what I mean? But that's they bag, man. That's what they about. Power. Don't give me any otherwise. They're not there for gameplay. I can tell you right there. We'll get to gameplay in a little bit, but I'll tell you right now, PC dudes are not there for gameplay. Don't bullshit me. Don't bullshit me with that shit. A PC dude is not about gameplay. But yeah, I mean they about power. So if you a console dude and you open your mouth about some power shit, guess what? You speaking PC dude languages, and they willing to talk to your ass about it. Well, I'm talking overall as the whole point of it. You feel me? The whole point of a PC is for power. I don't know what else motherfucker thinks. I mean, what else do you? It's not for gameplay. Don't be ridiculous. I mean, but that's not what we hear about, bro. It's the same way, Arsenic, with with this generation Xbox, right? Most Xbox players aren't on a One X, but most Xbox players talk like they have a One X, right? It's the same thing. They pick the highest common denominator, not the lowest, the highest common denominator. Even though it's not really true because they don't have one either, but they pick the highest level that they got and use that as a standard. You know what I mean? 2080 Ti, man. That's my rig run. Does your rig run better than PlayStation Pro? Does it? You know what I'm saying? Really real with you, most of them don't. Most of them don't have a 2080. I'm not being disrespectful. I'm just being real with it because most Xbox dudes don't have a One X, and most PlayStation dudes don't have a Pro. I'm not shunning anyone for using like base model shit. I would have been fine with my base model PlayStation if it didn't fucking completely destroy itself. It's probably mostly my fault. Probably had like two two blunts worth of weed residue in that bitch, and that's probably why I didn't run as well as it's supposed to. But I have a Pro mainly because I had to upgrade, mainly because I couldn't use the old one anymore. If you're gonna buy another PlayStation, would you buy just the regular PlayStation again, or buy a Pro? So I just went ahead and bought a Pro. But it's never, you know, it's never because of power that I did it. It's because it's a necessary, upgrade. That's what I'm about. So with PS5 and Xbox Series X, which is a dumbass name, right? They're here in about 6 months, 7 months. 6 months from now, it'll be the end of September. 7 months from now, it'll be the end of October. So they're a few months away from being here. And I'm not sold on either one console. I mean, yes, I'm a PlayStation dude. You would think I'm probably gonna buy a PlayStation 5, which is true. I'm probably gonna buy a PlayStation 5, but I'm not sold on any console. I've been telling y'all this for the longest. I don't pre-order shit, and I'm not sold on any. I don't have pre-fucking conceived notions of consoles of anything, right? I didn't buy a PlayStation 4 on day one. I bought it for Bloodborne, Batman Arkham City, which was no, not Arkham City. Arkham Knight City was fire. Knight was garbage. But those two games is what I bought it for. So I didn't bought it like immediately when the console releases. I think I bought it like 6 months into the console releasing. 6 months, damn near a year into it. That's when I bought it because there was just nothing I wanted to play on the console at the time. I was still playing on the PS3. I just didn't need it yet. Into the games that I want to play, right? So those games are here in about those systems are here in about 4 or 5 months, maybe six, seven, right? And I'm not sold on either one. And the reason why I'm not sold on either one is because they haven't showed us any goddamn games, man. This whole time, motherfuckers been asking for Sony to show them some shit, and now they show them specs, and that doesn't really do a damn thing for me. It's still like we're still at square one for me. What has changed, man? What games y'all excited to play on PlayStation 5? There's about 4 or 5 of y'all right now in here. One of y'all tell me. Can one of y'all tell me, please? Who or what game are y'all excited for on the PlayStation 5? Do y'all have a game in mind? Hmm? Who has a game in mind? Who has a game they can't wait to play on PlayStation 5? What up, Lay? Somebody tell me what game they're excited to play. What PlayStation 5 games they're excited to play. Go ahead, I'll wait. Fine. I mean, all next generation games, all next generation system. Someone tell me what they're excited for next generation. What game are you excited for? Y'all know why y'all can't tell me? Because there is no games to be excited for. What are we looking at for next gen? I'm not saying they're not coming, because I'm sure they are coming. Why do a whole generation and not make games for it, right? I'm sure they're coming. It's just I haven't seen them. Can't be hyped for something I can't see or touch. You know what I'm saying? It's just not conducive to it's just not conducive to being hyped. I don't know what I'm hyped for. Just like power, I'm not sure what I'm hyped for. Like, what is it? I mean, I don't understand what half of that stuff means. When motherfuckers talk about, like, you know, SSD and all that shit, I don't understand what that means. Like, I'll be there ain't shit for next generation yet, Stardust. Exactly. The fuck am I supposed to be hype about? For the power of these systems? I'm good with both of them. Like, both of them have more power than I would need, really. You know what I mean? I'm satisfied with their power. We good with both. Like, I'm not downplaying any one of them. Xbox is clearly the stronger system, supposedly, right? Well, not even supposedly. It's on paper. It's 12 teraflops, whatever the fuck that even means. Congratulations. What more do you want? Like, aren't you happy now? You still have the power narrative. Like, so y'all happy with that and the Xbox, right? That's all you wanted. If that's what you wanted from the Xbox, it's just a machine that's really powerful, so you could play games, you know, from throwback games from whenever, right? If that's what y'all want, then y'all should be excited. Y'all get everything that y'all want, right? I'm not impressed by that, because from when I go from one generation to the next, I look towards the new games that are coming out. I don't give a fuck about backward compat. I'm in this generation right now playing these games. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. I don't understand y'all at all. Like, why even talk about backward compatibility games? That's the first thing y'all think of when we talking about next generation. When we talking about going forward, the first thing y'all think about is the stuff that's going on now. Well, yeah, I'm more than satisfied with what's going on right now, Stardust. I'm playing the fuck out of these games. Matter of fact, I'm not sure how I'm gonna be able to play the fuck out of these games in the next 4 or 5 months. I can't get through these games quick enough. I mean, March is practically over. We got about a week left. And then we head into April. I don't even need to tell y'all what's in April. Well, yeah, they haven't been shown, which means they don't exist. You know what I'm saying? Schrodinger's cat. You ever heard of that? The the experiment where they put a cat in a box, and there's a mechanic that could kill it, or sometime it doesn't. And so when you switch that mechanic, you don't know if the cat is dead or alive. So at that moment before you open the box, the cat is both dead and alive. So it's the same way with gaming. I'm sure those next generation games exist. Why would you do a whole generation if you're not? But we haven't seen them, so therefore they haven't existed yet to us. And you can't be hype about something you can't see. Yeah, you haven't seen. You know. So I'm very, as of this moment, I'm lukewarm about the next generation. I'm not saying that I won't cop a next generation system. I'm pretty sure I will. It's just I'm not sure what y'all hype about, and I'm not sure what y'all dislike about next generation. Because it feels like everything that I think of about next generation is the opposite of what other motherfuckers think of. Well, yeah, like I know air is there even if I can't see it, but I need to be able to utilize it. You know what I'm saying? And if I don't have like a hot air balloon, I'm not really using this air. Like, I don't care if a game exists. If I don't know of it and you're not gonna show me it to let me play it yet, then it don't exist. You feel me? Currently, there's no next generation games that exist. You have to like show me trailers, show me what's going on, show me all this other shit for me to be hype about next generation games. I'm hyped for next generation games, not next generation hardware, because hardware should be better. Like, I don't know the ins and out of the hardware, but all I can think of is next generation has to run better and look better than this generation. And the measure of it, what's up, Sick? And the measure of it is how much of a difference between a PS4 and the PS5 or the Xbox One to the Series X, right? That's the measurement of it. Not so much between the competition between the two, because realistically, I mean, neither one of these consoles are bad consoles. They both perform at high levels, right? They both do everything that you would want them to do as far as a gaming system. You cannot go wrong with either system, right? As of this moment, you can't go wrong with either system. You can go with an ultra fast system that's not as powerful, or you can go with a powerful ass system just not as fast. And either way, you winning. You know why either way you're winning? Because that's all we can discuss right now. It's just the power to these systems. And realistically, they're both practically the same thing. So what am I supposed to be hype about between the consoles? Now, of course, I am a PlayStation dude. The chances of me buying a PS5 is very likely. I mean, they have to come out and fuck up royally for me to not, you know what I mean? Pun intended, for me to not fuck with them. Like, they have to do a lot. They have to do what Xbox is doing. They gotta do what Xbox is doing for me to lose. They like for them to lose me as a consumer. But currently, like when it comes to both consoles, I'm lukewarm for the both of them. They haven't shown me anything that's gonna tear me away from this generation yet, let alone, you know, pick a console to rock with. The chances of me being buying a PlayStation 5 is high, but I need to see something. Specs doesn't matter to me because I don't even understand them for them to matter. You know what I mean? When I look at these numbers, it's like, you know, a fucking ancient Japanese scroll about how to, you know, use ninja techniques. I'm not Japanese. I can't read it. I don't even understand what these letters and numbers means. What I can tell y'all is I'm playing Neo 2 right now, and fucking Last of Us 2 is coming out in about another month. That's all I can tell y'all. And speaking of which, let's talk about gameplay, since that's all I'm saying about the PS5 and Xbox Series X. If you hype for that, right? If you hype for the power that comes with these systems, congratulations. Either way, you winning, right? If you're an Xbox dude, you won, bro. You got all the power in the world. Yo, Void, that RE demo is something else, man. That's just fucking. It looks insane, cuz. It looks insane. Like I thought going into it, it would just look a little bit better than RE2 remake, but it looks like a whole nother generation. If you told me if that demo wasn't out and you told me that RE3 is actually running on next gen consoles, I would believe it. That shit's fucking incredible, cuz. So enjoy, man. Have fun. I ain't trying to be on here that long because I'm about to go do some other stuff and then stream Neo 2 again. So I'll probably be on here for about another 30 minutes, 30 minutes to an hour at most. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, let's talk about gameplay because this here's what it was interesting, right? I saw this dude posted this. I don't know his name. I've seen him here and there on Twitter. I don't really know his name. I'm assuming he's a PC dude, but I didn't understand it when he posted this. He posted like a short video of what is it, Doom gameplay, and he's like retweet this to scare a pony or something like that, or a PlayStation fan. I don't know, something along that line. And I didn't understand what that meant. Like I was like, what is that even? Why? What? Like, cause I didn't get it. I didn't get it at all, right? So I clicked on it just curious because I want to scroll down and see if anyone is as confused as me. And some of them are, and they was like, I don't get it. And they was like, well, this is because PlayStation games, it's all cutscenes and shit. They don't know what it's like to play games with actual gameplay and shit. And I'm like, really, really? That's why we doing this? And I'm just sitting there laughing in Neo 2. You feel me? I was laughing in Neo 2. I'm like, Doom, motherfucker, Doom is the gameplay that y'all chose to talk shit as far as gameplay is concerned. Motherfucker, Doom, Doom, Doom is what y'all telling me. Doom, like a simple ass first person shooter. It's not even like a very technical first person shooter. Are y'all serious? Let's not go console war and shit. No, well, it's on PlayStation 4 too. What does it matter? No, we're not talking about systems. We're talking about games and gameplay. And real shit. If you talk about gameplay, don't ever bring up any first person shooter. Any. Because a first person shooter is not a difficult game, nor is it intriguing as far as gameplay. Every first person shooter is simple as fuck. Just keeping it 1,000 with you. I'm not saying it's not fun. I enjoy them. They are fun, but they simple. They simple as fuck. The first person shooters is probably the most simple fucking gameplay ever. Y'all don't believe me? Y'all don't believe me? Let me ask y'all this. If you know how to play one first person shooter, right? Pick any of them. Just one first person shooter. Do you think that the next first person shooter game you play, you will already be somewhat comfortable with it? What does that even mean, the purest gameplay and Arsenic? What does that even mean? It's a first person shooter. You know how simple first person shooters are? Why do you think the most fucking casual games are first person shooters? Because everyone can play a first person shooter. Everyone can point and shoot and throw grenades and do a fucking melee by clicking one fucking button. Do you know how simple first person shooters are? Any of them. Even the most like difficult, well, not difficult, but the most intrinsic of all fucking, like, not intrinsic, what's the word I'm using for, complicated, of first person shooters. um that's a good example, like Bioshock, right? Bioshock is a very different first person shooter. It has levels of mechanics on top. There's certain games that has different levels of mechanics, but realistically, at the end of the day, if you know how to play one first person shooter, you know how to play them all. It's not the same way with other games. It's not the same way with action based games. It's simple and it's not bogged down by any of the Fortnite shit. Um, I can't really call that arsenic. Here's what I'm saying, right? I appreciate games for what they are. I don't compare them to other games that isn't comparable. You can compare Battlefield to Call of Duty for obvious reasons. You can even compare God of War to Neo for obvious reasons. I mean, it's not a very good comparison, but you could do it, right? But if you compare Doom to Fortnite, I mean, the only thing they have in common is that they're shooters. You know what I'm saying? If you want to compare Doom, you have to compare it to games more like Zombie Army or let's see, or Wolfenstein, which I actually enjoy Wolfenstein way better. But to be honest with you, nowadays I care less and less for first-person shooters. They're not fun. They're not intriguing to me because all the concepts are at the end of the day the same shit. Point and shoot. If you know how to point and shoot in one first-person shooter, you're pretty decent at it in most first-person shooters. Am I wrong? See if that works out for you if you play, let's say, I don't know, Devil May Cry, right? And you're really good at Devil May Cry. You thinking you doing the same shit in Neo, or you thinking you doing the same shit in God of War? Any God of War. I'm talking about the classic God of War too. You think you'll be doing the same shit? You don't think you still have to learn those mechanics from the ground up? But you don't really have to learn those kind of mechanics on a shooter. I did play Doom 2016. I stopped well, not even halfway, like one fourth of the way in because I got so bored of it. It's a mindless shooter, bro. And I'm not saying that it's not fun or you can't enjoy it because plenty of people enjoy it. Just me, I'm not impressed by that gameplay. I mean, maybe it's not for me. Maybe like I'm growing out of it, right? Maybe I'm growing out of shooters. It's just not my bag, and I still enjoy them. Like recently I played Zombie Army 4, and I liked it. I liked it for a whole week. I played it for a whole solid week, and it was fun for that solid week. And then after a while, it just kind of died down for me, and I just stopped playing it. I mean, when it comes to shooter, to be honest with you, the story has to be really good for me to like continue it. If it's a first-person shooter, if it has a campaign, like I need it to. No, real shit, Arsenic, and that's what I'm saying. There are times for that, for mindless entertainment. I do it. I do it all the time. I play first-person shooters decent amount of times, and it's for that mindless shooter though. But if I do it, I might as well shoot real motherfuckers that actually can think like a human being. The best prey to shoot is a human, not an AI. No, like I was playing Doom 2016 for like 3 hours one night, right? And I was trying to enjoy it, and I had some enjoyment, and it wasn't fun for me anymore. I'm not saying other people can't have fun with it. It's just I wasn't having fun with it no more, so I stopped. But critically, if we talking about gameplay, we not putting Doom up there like it's anything special. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? I do it all, man. I enjoy gaming for what it is. You know what I'm saying? If I play multiplayer, then I'm playing multiplayer. I'm shooting you in the face, right? I want to say about 20 something 30% of my gaming is multiplayer. The rest of 75 to 80% of that is all single player because I enjoy the challenge of the single player. Like think about a single player game is like the devs created this whole puzzle, this whole challenge, and I run through to accomplish that, right? I mean, you know what PlayStation games probably has some of the best combat ever? It's God of War, and that's why it's my favorite PlayStation game. Because God of War does have probably some of the most fun mechanics when it comes to, gameplay. Yeah, I mean, this is a God of War game, so it'll come with spectacles and all kinds of shit, giant monsters and all that shit, right? But the gameplay of God of War is so much fun, man. If the gameplay wasn't good on that game, I don't know if the story alone could carry it. Yeah, I mean, if you say so, Arsenic, if you say so, I mean, yes, it does. It does work for what it is, but it's not a very, technically demanding game when it comes to gameplay. I don't mean technical like I don't mean technically like demanding like power, memory, and all that. I'm talking about just demanding of the player. It's a simple mindless shooter. Why are you bringing up gameplay as if like that's impressive gameplay? It's a first person shooter. Name me a first person shooter that's difficult. That's difficult. Who can name a difficult first person shooter? Is there such a thing? And you can like put the difficulty of a first person shooter on the highest level. Alright, Floyd, I have no idea what that even. What is that? Mary Jane delivery? Oh shit, word. I mean, y'all got deliveries and shit. That must be nice. Well, it's nigga. I mean, Neo 2 gameplay feels good. And if you're talking about demanding gameplay, I don't know what's more demanding than Neo. I mean, sure. I mean, it doesn't have to be difficult to be enjoyable. I'm just saying, if you're talking about mechanics and you're saying the mechanic works for what the game is, because it's simple and straightforward, then what's the intrigue? What's the intrigue? I mean, y'all ever throw an axe at a dude and have him like stuck in midair and then switch to fucking chaos blades, throw one at the motherfucker, blow him up? He's still in midair. He hasn't even touched the ground yet. He's still in midair. Blow him up, pull the axe back, do a what's that move where the axe just spin around your body? You're not even touching it. So I just killed this dude, and he hasn't touched the ground once. And while the way I did it was, I not only did I use the axe, I used the blades, and I put hands on him, all within 5 seconds of gameplay. Well, what are we talking about? We're talking about good gameplay. We're not talking about intriguing, impressive, thought-provoking style of gameplay. We talking about a fucking first-person shooter. Aim and shoot, melee. Aim, shoot, melee, toss grenade. Aim, shoot, melee, toss grenade. Pick up items, repeat the process. Is there more to Doom than that? Is there more to Doom than that? Do you need to, have better. Well, maybe, I guess you do need to have a good idea of map placement and that kind of stuff in a shooter. But besides from that, there's not really much as far as your gameplay. What is good about Doom gameplay that is not practically in any other first person shooter? I mean, if you say so. I just don't see it anymore. I just mindless running around a giant field shooting demons over and over and over again. It just gets old. I'd rather play multiplayer, to be honest with you, than do that. Well, then what are we discussing when we discussing gameplay? You know what I mean? When games come out, shouldn't their gameplay be intriguing? Shouldn't it be enjoyable? And if Doom is enjoyable for you, then definitely play Doom. It's just it's not enjoyable for me, is what I'm saying. And I'm not impressed by Doom's gameplay because any Doom gameplay. Like it's just it was very impressive like 20 years ago. I mean, really, Defloid? I mean, realistically, I could still kill any one of them, even if it's a weapon that they're, not weak against. It still hurts them. I I don't know how much the new Doom is, like different from the original, like not original, but the 2016 one is. But bro, I was so bored of playing that from 2016 one. I bought it. I never even completed. I just couldn't. And I'm not disrespecting people who enjoy Doom. You can enjoy the games that you enjoy. That's the whole point of being a gamer. What I'm saying is, if you bring up gameplay, like comparably to other games, if you, what I'm trying to say is, if you bring up Doom and talk about, well, show this to, a PlayStation dude and he'll be, mad or whatever. I'm like, really? Doom gameplay? Really? Because y'all don't like cutscenes? Like, y'all don't like Capcom either? Because, Capcom makes about three different types of games, man. Action, adventure, narrations, right? Puzzles, or fighters. Is there anything else Capcom makes? They basically invented survival horror. And all their games except puzzle games, well, even with their puzzle games and fighting games, have cutscenes. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, those games with cutscenes, they have very impressive fucking gameplay mechanics too. I'm not talking about um, Uncharted, because Uncharted have very simplistic gameplay mechanics. It's enjoyable, just like Doom, in my opinion, just very simplistic gameplay. And if y'all mad about all the extra shit that Naughty Dog do to make you feel like Indiana Jones, then fuck, man. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Well, that's not the point, that Floyd. I'm not talking about. This is not a console war thing. This is a gaming thing. As far as we talking about gameplay. If you talking about gameplay and you talking about Doom, it's like the upper echelons of gameplay. I mean, maybe because I'm no longer in the crowd that really loves first-person shooters anymore. I just look at first-person shooters like they're unimpressive gaming, man. I'm not saying they're not fun. I'm just saying they're unimpressive. They're very simple and easy. It's hard to make a very bad first person shooter. Those do exist, don't get me wrong, but usually when they exist it's because the mechanics are terrible, right? But, any decent first person shooters will give you that same feeling. You know what one of my favorite first person shooters are? That I wish they would continue and work on is um, Titanfall. I really like the Titanfall series, man. I like all of that. I like the fast paced, fast Call of Duties type action, and then once you kill enough motherfuckers, rack up enough points, you get to call in a giant robot, cuz that you pilot. You know what I mean? Like it's enjoyable for me. That's what I'm saying. I'd much rather play fucking Titanfall multiplayer than play Doom. I'd rather play Titanfall 2 single player than play Doom. I mean, if you are enjoying it, by all means, you know what I mean. By all means, play that shit. It's just it, first person is great. Don't get me wrong. It's just another branch of gaming, but let's not get things misconstrued, right? First person gaming is very simplistic in its ways because it has to be. Why do you think your typical casual, and I, quote unquote casual games are first person shooters? They're simple. You aim, you shoot, you throw a grenade, you melee, you pick up the items that you take from the enemies, and you repeat that process over and over and over to the end of the game. And you say, well, isn't an action adventure game like Neo the same way? You Stab motherfucker, cut motherfucker repeatedly until they die. You collect their items and you move on, right? Well, yes and no. Yes, in the way that, yeah, in Neo 2, you run around the map and you kill everybody, you collect their items and you move forward, right? But how are you killing them? Because in Doom, you shoot them with guns. You may have different guns, but it's the same thing. You aim and you shoot, right? Well, in Neo, not only do I swing a sword, I have to figure out how I'm going to swing the sword, when I'm going to swing the sword. Should I even be using this sword? Should I be using a different weapon? Am I able to, play the game correctly? Can I, do a key pulse and clear everything out when I do combos and stuff? Do I have to keep all that stuff in mind just to fight one enemy? And one enemy can kill me. Even a grunt can kill me if I'm not like paying attention. What more can you ask for? That's the way I see it when it comes to gameplay. Challenging, enjoyable, intriguing, right? Now, I'm not saying that you can't enjoy a game just because it's simple. Matter of fact, some games are meant to be simple and enjoyable, like Tetris or Doom, right? Do you need a lot of thinking? Is your brain like thinking crazy when you play Doom? It's mindless, right? You go in, you plugged in, and you just do it. You just aim, you shoot, you do all the stuff, right? Jump around, you do all the shit. Well, it's any game is like that, Arsenic. You wanna talk Sekiro? You wanna talk about Sekiro? You wanna talk about Ninja Gaiden? Ninja Gaiden is like that. You wanna talk about well, even my favorite action series, Devil May Cry. You wanna talk like what are you? I mean, every game has the uniqueness to them that make them special, or whether it comes to the way they look, the way they play, or the lore that they have behind them. Like Bloodborne. Bloodborne is actually very simplistic gameplay, but it's not simplistic. The tools that they give you, no one play Bloodborne alike either. You know what I don't do in Bloodborne a lot? I usually don't use the gun that much. I mean, good gameplay is required to have a good game. In my mind, you have to have good gameplay. But if you're saying Doom is great gameplay, what are you comparing it to? Crazy how what you like are all common in the games you're not naming. I'm not sure I understand what you're saying. Well, I mean, yeah, that's why I named them. That's why I like those games, Arsenic. I mean, I only named those games because I like them. You know what I'm saying? I like them for their gameplay. I don't like, well, not that I don't like Doom's gameplay. I do like Doom's gameplay. I just know what it is. It's a very simplistic shooter. It's very straightforward. Is it not? Is it not a straightforward, simplistic shooter? Are you telling me there's more to it than that? It's not a simplistic, straightforward shooter? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are we saying? It's not? Because I think it is. I don't think Neo is a very simplistic game at all. It has a lot of depth to it. There's not a lot of depth to Doom. Well, that's what I'm saying, Arsenic. If people are saying Doom is a great game as far as gameplay, what games are you comparing it to? If you ain't, I mean, we're not gonna compare it to action-oriented games like third-person action-oriented games because Doom is not a third-person action-oriented game. It's a first-person shooter. So, I mean, if you want, we can compare it to other first-person shooters. Like, yeah, it is simple. Why would you like that's? But that's what I'm saying, Arsenic. Why would you bring up a simple first person shooter and talk about gameplay. It's not the place. I'm not saying it's not good. I'm just saying it's not the example you want to use to talk about gameplay, like intriguing gameplay. You want to bring up a first person shooter, not only a first person shooter, but an arcade first person shooter. Like, I don't know if I can explain this clearly or not, but when you play Doom, is there any player agency besides from the fact that you just run around and shoot whatever? No, no, no. I didn't say it's not good. I said it's simple and good for what it is. But if you want to talk gameplay, don't fucking mention Doom. I'm sorry. Don't fucking mention Doom like it's up there, like pinnacle of gaming gameplay. It's not even close. Because anything Doom does, practically most other first person shooters does. I mean, I'm sure y'all like it because the relentlessness of it, you just keep on going, just shooting, 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 shoot, melee motherfuckers take his shit, shoot, melee motherfuckers take his shit constantly, right? And just the bombardment of it. I guess y'all like that horde mode type shit, right? And the mechanic works fine, so it's enjoyable. I'm not saying it's not enjoyable. What I'm saying is it's simple. And if you want to like talk about gameplay and how PlayStation dudes don't care for gameplay, they play games with cinematic shit. I'm like, you talking to the wrong motherfuckers. Like, I don't know who you talking to. But I play Neo, so relax. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying you can enjoy Doom. Matter of fact, enjoy it as much as you can. There's the whole point of being a gamer is to play the games that you enjoy. All I'm saying is the conversation that you pull up. If you talking about gameplay, that's not it. You know what I'm saying? That's not it. Matter of fact, I feel like Wolfenstein is better. I do. And we comparing first person shooters, you know, in the same types of games. Wolfenstein and Doom is like practically the same thing. It's not exactly the same thing. It's practically the same thing. Well, right, right. I'm just bringing that up because I just find that interesting. Because I'm about gameplay, but that's the one thing I look forward to the most when I'm playing a game is the gameplay. How do I interact with this game? But at the same time, I understand that not all games are trying to do that. Some games are trying to provide an experience, a narrative, a story, something that's compelling to keep you engaged, right? Gameplay is very simplistic and straightforward, like your Naughty Dog games, right? Naughty Dog games gameplay is very simple, very straightforward. It's not that it's bad. It's good. Like, you know, Uncharted gameplay, like the animations are smooth. It looks cool when you know Drake swing from, you know what I'm saying, a building, and then, you know what I'm saying, Superman punch a motherfucker in the face and catch his gun before the gun hits the ground. It's just dope. And it's fun and it's enjoyable. But as far as the gameplay mechanic of it, it's not that deep. It's very simple too. It's very simple and straightforward. Now, that game also has, you know, the the idea of being Indiana Jones behind it. So there is action scenes. There's big set pieces and there's cut scenes and that's all that kind of stuff. Why? To make you feel that. You know what I'm saying? To give you that Indiana Jones vibe. Make you really feel like you're on an adventure. That's what it's trying to do. And if you're trying to downplay that, then motherfucker, like, why would you even care? Like, I mean, if you're not there for it, then don't be there for it. Don't play that motherfucking game. It's so weird, you know what I'm saying? It's so weird that motherfuckers feel like, oh, you know, these motherfuckers don't play games with gameplays for real. You know what I'm saying? They just watch a movie version of a game, basically. Really, dog? Really? What the fuck is Final Fantasy VII then? Hmm? Final Fantasy VII, I've never played it myself, and I watch people play it. I've never played it myself, right? But that is a fixture in the gaming industry, isn't that? Final Fantasy VII name rings bells, son. Like right now, the fucking remake is happening and it's fucking huge. But isn't that all Final Fantasy VII is? To me, when I was watching my friends play it, I don't enjoy. I'm not downplaying um turn-based games, right? Me myself personally, I don't enjoy them. If you enjoy them, you enjoy them, right? I mean, I don't know, Thrash, but I don't think YouTube been notifying anybody of anything lately. But I'm saying, right? Like when you talking gameplay, like you have to understand some games are not meant to be gameplay based. They're built to give you an experience. And me as a gamer, what I want to do, what I would wish most gamers would be able to do, is just to enjoy the games that they're built to be. You know what I mean? I enjoy the Uncharted games. Why? Because it makes me feel like fucking Asian Indiana Jones. You feel me? Like that's what it is. I don't enjoy Doom because I just don't enjoy the mindlessness of it. Just you know, killing wave after wave after waves of demons. It gets boring. I'm sorry, it just gets boring for me. I'm like, this is all I'm doing, like through the whole game. Let's just get new guns and just keep doing it over and over and over again. Just L1, you know what I'm saying, L2 and R2, L2, R2, throw a grenade. You know what I'm saying? Like that's all I'm doing, and I'm just not having fun with it. And if you are having fun with it, enjoy yourself. Just appreciate the games for what they are. But when you bring that shit up, when you say, oh, this game has full on gameplay, and then PlayStation dudes, they only play games that have cutscenes. I'm like, bruh. I laughed in Bloodborne when I hear y'all say that. You know what I'm saying? I laugh in Bloodborne. I laugh in Neo 2. I laugh in Sekiro. Like I don't understand y'all, man. The type of games that I play, y'all don't really fuck with. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I don't diss the games that y'all play. Y'all can enjoy them. I tell y'all why I don't like them. Is it because I think they're simple and I get bored of them really quick. I need gameplay to keep on challenging me and keep on keeping me engaged. And Doom gameplay ain't it. You know what I mean? And that's all I'm saying. Doom gameplay is enjoyable. You can enjoy it as much as you want. But to talk about gameplay like it's actually impressive gameplay, I'm like, motherfucker, it's a first person shooter. You know what I'm saying? It's a first person shooter, bruh. What intrinsic, like, what impressive gameplay that we have on a first person shooter that's any different 10 years ago? Fuck it, 20 years ago. What are you doing different on a first person shooter today that you was doing different 20 fucking years ago, huh? Are you still aiming and shooting the same two buttons? Or actually, no, I take that back. Back in the day, if you was playing on PlayStation, it wasn't the same two buttons. It was R1 and R2. I mean, it was L1 and R1. Yeah, it's the same shit, man. That's just what I'm saying. Like, first person shooter, you know why it's simple? Because all you have to do is move your left and right analog stick and click R2. That's it. If you can be good at that, moving left and right joysticks, pressing L2 and R2, you'll be a beast at any shooters. Say I'm wrong. Say I'm wrong. Say as long as you understand how to maneuver your character, right? And aim a gun, aim that little retina down the screen, you a beast. That's all it took for me to be good at Call of Duty. It's all it took for me to be good at fucking Battlefield. It's all it took for me to be good at Doom. I just don't feel like playing it. It's a boring ass game. It's repetitive. The gameplay is repetitive as fuck because it's a first person shooter. You can only do so much. I'm not saying it's not fun because I enjoy it here and there, but we talking gameplay. and you a first person dude, you don't need to speak. I'm just being real. Like any first person shooter. I like first person shooters. I like some more than others, but they all are simple ass games. That's all I'm saying. But you know what I'm saying? I'm about to hop off here. I got about another 15 minutes, so I'm gonna wrap shit up really quick. All I can say is current games and future games. I don't give a fuck about backward compat for next generation because I'm on this generation right now playing it. I mean, the games that are coming out this generation, I'm playing them all. I am very hyped for next generation games as soon as they start showing these motherfuckers. I told y'all before, I'm lukewarm on both PS5 and the Xbox X because they're, Series X, because they're both great systems. You want a powerful system with decent speed? You got the Xbox Series. You want a very fast system and decent power? You got the PlayStation. What more do you want? You win either way. I'm not really tripping about either system right now. What the games look like? The only game that I've seen so far that's next generation is Godfall, and Godfall is not a PlayStation 5 game. It's a next generation game. It's gonna be on more than just the PlayStation 5, and I'm not impressed. I know y'all have feelings towards it. I'm not impressed. I don't know what y'all feelings are, but I'm not impressed by that fucking trailer because it's just a trailer. Like I don't really see shit. It doesn't look that much better. I don't really haven't seen much gameplay. I really don't know much about it. Besides from that, I know nothing about next generation games, and that's why I fear it. I don't fucking know. You know what I'm saying? I don't fucking know what it looks like. I am hyped for the prospect of the future, though. I'm hyped for gameplay mechanics to be better in next generation. I'm hyped for, of course, the visual quality of the game should be better. That should be a given, right? You can't move towards next generation and have your games looking the same or worse as this generation. It wouldn't even make any sense. So I am hyped for that. It's just not one of my concerns. I feel like that's like a automatic. Like, what do you mean the game's just not going to look as good next generation? I mean, it's the next generation. It has to be. So I'm not tripping about that. What I want to see is the games. I want to see how we are interacting with these new games. I want to see um, the types of games. Is there new genres that could be made? Hmm. Is the genres that we have now the genres that we have? Is there nothing else that we can create with all this new technology and power? Is there new ways to play games now? Like for instance, while this generation is going on, Ghost of Tsushima is coming out at the end of the year, right? Well, not even the end of the year, like during the fall season. And I'm hyped for that because they're trying to do new things with not multiplayer, but open world games, right? And I'm hyped for that. That's the type of shit I'm hyped for. Just new, innovative way to play a game. And I'll try it out. I'll always give you a benefit of a doubt. If it's some new shit, I want to try it out. If it fails, then we'll pick up all the good shit that we have from it, and we move forward. If it's success, then we want to see you be successful and move towards that, right? But I want to see those things. Showing me spec numbers and all that shit on a fucking paper doesn't really do a damn thing for me. I didn't watch, I didn't watch fucking Mark Cerny talk about the PS5 because I wouldn't understand what the fuck he's saying anyways. I owed Thrash 10 push-ups, right? Because I didn't think Sony was going to reveal their shit this month. And the reason why I didn't think they was going to reveal their shit this month is because I was thinking that Sony's going to wait until they not only show you the specs, they actually show you the actual console and a game or two that goes along with it. So I was assuming June is when that's going to happen. But it didn't happen. Instead, we have spec information. You know what I'm saying? We have specs informations. Just specs from Cerny. What does that even do? You feel me? What does that even do? I know. Y'all been sitting around like Sony's been so quiet. Why haven't they told us shit? I'm like, motherfucker, it's March. PlayStation 4 wasn't even revealed until E3. Y'all remember that? The Sony fucking PS4 was revealed on fucking E3 stage. A motherfucker's tripping about the information now. And in my mind, I'm like, even if you get that information, what's up, Jemiah? In my mind, I'm like, even if y'all got that information, so the fuck what? What what are y'all gonna do with that information, huh? You know what I'm saying? It's really weird to me. It's like, well, they need to show us the PS5 and what's gonna go on with it. I'm like, y'all motherfuckers know that it's coming already. They told you it's coming this fucking holiday season, so you knew it was coming. Like, are y'all not gonna buy it? Like, y'all needed these numbers to tell y'all? Is that what y'all telling me? Like, every PS4 dude was just waiting on the information to whether they was gonna buy a PS5 or not? Let's be real. You knew which console you was buying already, whether it's an Xbox or a PlayStation. You knew you was gonna buy the systems already, whichever one they may be, right? Right? I mean, am I tripping? Am I tripping? Is it if the PlayStation came out and they said it was 18 teraflops, all of a sudden every Xbox dude would stop buying Xbox, they'll all buy PlayStation? Is that what we saying? Is that what we saying? You know what I'm saying? Is that what we saying? We saying if an Xbox dude, you know what I'm saying, was sitting there after the Xbox showed 12 teraflops, right? And PlayStation came out and said they was 15 teraflops. Every Xbox dude's buying a PlayStation now? Or vice versa, right? Or vice versa. You a PlayStation dude, right? And let's say the SSD on the PlayStation isn't that good. You feel me? What if it isn't that good? What if the PlayStation 5 just had the same SSD as the Xbox, right? And they both run practically exactly the same, except the Xbox is 12 teraflops and PlayStation is only 10 teraflops. Are we not buying a PlayStation now? We're buying Xboxes? Is that what we're doing? Is that what we're doing? Somebody tell me that. Like, somebody answer me. Is that what we would do? Because, let's be real about it. We all know damn well that's not happening. That is not happening, bruh. We are all out here buying the system that we was wanting to buy already. And the reason why we buy these games has nothing to do with the systems. We just trying to buy these games. If you are a gamer, if you mean that shit, I don't have like preconceived notion of what it takes for you to be a gamer. All I know is if you play video games, you're probably a gamer. I'm not saying you're not a fuckboy. I mean, just because you play video games and you talk video game shit doesn't not make you a fuckboy. You know what I'm saying? You could be a whole ass fuckboy and still game. Like, look at Carlos. My bad. My bad, Carlos. I ain't trying to do you like that, but you know what it is. I respect Carlos because he does play games. Carlos play a lot of games. Still a fuckboy though. You know what I'm saying? It's not the same shit. Exactly, Cyber Dragon. But that's what I'm saying. I feel like motherfuckers are not in this, you know, conversation speaking about shit. Like, what are y'all speaking about? Like, we right now we running our mouth about the PS5 and the Xbox X, and we haven't seen one goddamn game yet. We talking about fucking Godfall. Ain't nobody hyping up Godfall. Let's be real, man. Ain't Godfall, bruh. Godfall. And low key, I'm decently hyped. I'm not really hyped for Godfall, but I'll check it out because it looks like it's something new. You know what I mean? Hack and slash. You know I love me some hack and slash gameplay, right? And it's a hack and slash looter. It's a looter slasher is what they call it, right? I'm willing to give it a try. Who knows? I might like it, but I'm just not super impressed. You feel me? I need that right now. I need you to show me something super impressive. Show me the equivalent of the Order. I personally did not enjoy the Order. I thought it was uh, simple, too simple, right? It looks amazing, but it's too simple, right? So I didn't enjoy it, but I need something like that. I remember when the Order was revealed for PlayStation 4. I'm like, God damn, look at that motherfucking game, right? It turned out I didn't enjoy it, but shit, I need something like that to hype me. And as of right now, neither does the PlayStation or the Xbox do that for me right now. I'm very hyped for all the current gen games though. Hyped for Ghost, Final Fantasy VII. I never played that, so I'm hyped to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not a turn-based dude. Now that they have this new action-based mechanics, I'm fuck with it. You know what I mean? Cyberpunk, I'm fucking with it, even though that's my least hyped AAA game for this generation thus far. You know what I mean? I'm still fucking with all this generation gaming. I'm good with all of them. But I expected way more next generation because it's the next generation. It's supposed to be a next step in gaming. And if y'all ain't doing that, I'm not impressed. You know what I'm saying? I need to see more than what you're doing right now. And on that note, let me leave y'all with this, right? Stop crying about these motherfuckers' hours. Stop crying for these devs, man. I'm sick of it. I'm real talk, really honest with y'all, man. Is I feel like that's kind of insulting. I'm just being honest. It's fucking insulting to hear a motherfucker that make video games for a living bitch about 55 hours worth of work. I put 60 in on a regular basis, bro, and I don't get paid extra. I get a salary. I don't get paid extra for working extra hours. I don't. You feel me? I don't get paid any extra. I get a salary every month. It's the same fucking salary. The only thing that's different about my pay is that I get commission to go along with it. And the more hours I work, the more commission I make. And it's not really even the case. It's just how well I work is how much commission I make. And you know, I'm no fucking salesman extraordinaire. I still gotta put hours in to get results. So I put 20, 30 hours more in a week than I need to from time to time. Some weeks is a breeze. Some weeks I only work like 15 hours. Low key only work 15 hours on some weeks because I don't have to do shit because that week went so smoothly, right? All deals are being done. Everybody shook my hand. Well, not recently because you know this bullshit, but you know how it is. Everybody shook my hand. All my deals are turned in, and I'm good. And I don't feel like making extra cheese. I just want to chill out. I work 15, 20 hours. Get paid the same shit. It doesn't really matter the hours I work. You know what I mean? But if I want more money, if I want that commission, I'm gonna have to bust my ass. And just what I'm about. And you know why this shit's insulting? This shit's insulting is because right now we're in this coronavirus situation, right? And it's scary for a lot of us. But do y'all know the motherfuckers who make your life what it is? Like we right now we bitching about giving up some of our freedoms. Can't just go to a store, you know, dip out of the crib whenever we feel like it. There's a disease out there that's fucking people up, so we gotta self quarantine and all that shit, right? Well, I understand it's difficult for all of you, but you know, the if you live in the States, right? I'm not saying this about everyone, but if you live in the States, the clothes that you wear, the food that you ate, the technology that you used, all made by those motherfuckers. And when I say those motherfuckers, is motherfuckers who are not as fortunate as you. If you live in the state, you are one fortunate motherfuckers. Like the die was cast somehow that you was born in the US of A, motherfucker. And you have no idea how good you have it. And all of a sudden some of your liberties get taken away and you're fucking fearful of the world. Dog, most people live like this. You know what I'm saying? And if you complain to me about 55 hours worth of work, then you fucking worthless. I don't pay you to bitch about your hours. I pay you for a goddamn game. How many of y'all give a fuck about a Chinese dude that dies? As much as me, probably, which is not a lot. Give a fuck. But that motherfucker made your shoes. And he worked 15 hours a day, every day. No breaks, barely any pay. Am I ranting about that? A little bit. A little bit. I grew up on that side of the world. I grew up on the side of the world where motherfuckers work day in and day out, thanklessly, for your motherfucking good. So I really don't want to hear that shit. It's quite insulting, matter of fact. Get your ass to work, little white boy. It's not that serious. Drink some water. You know what I'm saying? You better calm your ass down. Like, you think I give a fuck? Like, seriously. Like, really? We really complaining for these motherfuckers? I'm still waiting. Like, bruh, Last of Us supposed to be out like a month ago, and we still waiting on it. This isn't me taking up for like Naughty Dog or anything like that. This is for any company, even if it's companies that I don't like. If you work for them, you take your ass to work. If you don't appreciate it, fuck it, quit. And there's no rhyme or reason why any gamer should feel anything for y'all. Do y'all want these games or not? You know what I'm saying? Like, do y'all want these games or not? If you want these games, these motherfuckers gonna have to work. There's just no way around it. I don't understand. Like, I don't understand. Like, 55 hours of work is too much, to ask for you motherfuckers anymore. You don't have to do a goddamn thing outside of work. What else do you do? It's 55 hours. That's what, like 9.5 hours a day? Not even? You know what I'm saying? Bruh, they act like it's every week or some shit. No, your life is not that serious. It's not. Your life is not that hard. Don't complain. Like, it's weird. Like, America is the only place in the world where you get to complain about that type of shit. And motherfuckers take you seriously. Dog, your whole life, everything you have, like everything you grew up with, someone else out there slaved for it, literally. Modern day slavery for that shit. Y'all don't care about none of those motherfuckers. But this bitch ass motherfucker that makes your video games, you care. You don't care about the motherfuckers who pick your food for you. You don't care about the motherfuckers who make these devices for you. You don't care about the motherfuckers who make the shirt on your motherfucking back right now. But you care about this bitch ass motherfucker who complained about 55 hours worth of work. Motherfucker, 55 hours is a short week. I mean, what else can I say about that? You know what I'm saying? Y'all act like y'all don't have overtime or some shit. That's mandatory. I don't. Be really real with you. I don't have mandatory overtime. You know what I have? I have deadlines. I have deadlines. I could not work a whole month and be broke as fuck. Still get that salary. But I'll tell you right now, my month's salary ain't shit if I ain't got no commission with it. I'm living, but I'm scraping by with it. You know what I mean? Dog, like, these motherfuckers sit in an air conditioned room sipping lattes, coding. Am I downplaying their job too much? Is it any harder than that? Y'all tell me, is it harder than that? Hmm? I mean, there's healthcare workers right now working 24/7 because of this coronavirus shit. They haven't seen their family members probably in days. They probably can't see them because they've been in contact with too many motherfuckers that has coronavirus and they can't even deal with their family right now. but we worrying about little motherfuckers who's coding. Coding. I mean, this coronavirus only showed us, how soft we really are. How much, like all of a sudden, motherfuckers shit twice as much because of this coronavirus shit. A roll of toilet paper lasts me like a month or two, bro. I don't know about y'all, but I don't really know how long a roll of toilet paper lasts me, right? But it's for like at least 3 4 weeks, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Enjoy your games, know what you're excited for, and just be happy with that. Because all this other shit right now is just dumb, man. I'll be really real with you. It's dumb. It's dumb in the idea that, you know, as long as you're outraged about something, someone like enough, someone else should give a fuck. Like I don't give a fuck, dog. I don't give a fuck about these motherfuckers' hours. Matter of fact, I'm gonna need y'all to work 80 hours. I need y'all to hurry up and finish these games. I don't pay y'all to bitch. I pay y'all to make these games. That's on everything, bruh. Like on with any company, even companies I hate, EA. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like anyone. I don't care if I like them or hate them. This is the truth. I may hate EA for the bullshit they be doing to customers, but I don't give a fuck when it comes to the employees. Y'all ass better work. If you don't, they'll find someone to replace you, and you could find another job somewhere else if you're not happy there. I wasn't. I was decently happy with my last employer. I found someone who could treat me better, so and when I say treat me better, I mean they respect my abilities and they pay me more. So I'm dipping. I mean, stop bitching about stuff. I think that's my message for the night. Stop bitching. Stop crying and stop whining. Because that's all I fucking hear lately. Just motherfuckers bitching and crying and whining about shit. Have you ever heard that saying, it's not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country? If you truly are bothered by these things, what are you doing to help change that? Bitching on Twitter? Is that what y'all doing? Hmm? You would think motherfuckers who cared about homeless people are out there helping homeless people right now. You know what I'm saying? Not posting some shit on Twitter talking about, oh, this person's terrible because they doing this. I don't have time for that. But yeah, man, I think I'm gonna hop off here. I gotta go take care of some shit, and then I'll probably be back on in about 15, 20 minutes. I'm gonna do a Neo run real quick, Neo 2 run real quick, probably for another hour or two. I got work tomorrow. Ain't that some bullshit? I'm off one week and I work the next week. So this last week I've been off and I got to work this next week, which is gonna be fucked up because my city's basically a ghost town. Like there's no traffic. You know what I'm saying? It's weird. Like I'm heading into work tomorrow. I'm not really excited about that either. But yeah, man, I'm gonna hop off. I appreciate y'all coming through. It's just I feel like I have certain frustrations that I need to voice. But this is the type of shit that I always feel about the gaming community overall. I'll leave with this. There's no such thing as a toxic gamer. You're a toxic person that happens to play games. Because gaming doesn't turn someone toxic. You know what turns people toxic? Bad parenting. Yeah, that's basically it, man. Uh, I'm gonna hop off, man. I'll see y'all in about 20 minutes. If anybody wanna come through and watch me, you know what I'm saying, get killed in Neo 2. But yeah, man. Roll Flush, Draco Rex, Asian Gambit. I appreciate you coming through, man. Cyber Dragon, Stardust, Jemiah, Thrash, uh, all that. Matter of fact, before I go, let me do 10 push-ups real quick. I know y'all can't see me, but y'all gonna have to take my word for it. All right. I mean, I do 100 of these a day, so 10 is like cake. Give me a few seconds. That was for Thrash 10's push-ups. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I'll see y'all in a little bit if y'all wanna come through and watch a motherfucker get killed on. You know what I'm saying? Neo 2. But deuces.